Okay folks, a found object. I don't know how this one's going to work. This will be a challenging one. I seem to be challenging myself heaps today. Maybe that's why I have so many demos that run for more than 10 minutes. Prolongated ones, I call it. Nerds will inherit the copier world. That burp didn't come out too well. Anyway, let's see how we go with this. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here. Don't ask me what. It looks like an umbrella, a piece of umbrella, some kind of shaft or rod or tube. I don't understand. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm just going to utilise it here in the demo. I'm just going to put it on the glass and roll it, make it into something hopefully interesting. I don't know how that worked. We'll soon find out. Yeah, very boring. Look at that, folks. That's as minimalist as you can fucking well get. You can't get more minimalist than that. That sucks. That really, really, really sucks. That sucks. I'm going to try and maybe roll it normally, like so. Try and roll it with the light. Fuck, didn't work. I'm going to pull it up and try again. Maybe that worked. These are really narrow rod. It's not going to work very well, this one. Yeah, a little bit of wobbly, piece we got there. Looks very much like we're going to have a minimalist shit. Going to make it even bigger, even though it's going to make it harder to control. This is a challenging one. I don't know why I chose this. Oh, fuck. It's just a stupid single bar of rod that's fucking standing there like nothing else. I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to go and challenge myself. If I can't get it to roll, I'll just have it standing straight up and down. I'll do that, folks. This is clearly not working. It's a bit hit and miss, this sort of work that I do here. And that's come up looking interesting. It's rolled a little bit. We managed to get it unrolling somewhere, but we could utilise that. That's enough to make something out of it. So we're just going to get really up there positive that now we've got something good. We can now utilise it. I don't know how big we're going to make it. I think maybe I'm going to leave it on 400 and 400, and we're going to utilise this picture and we're going to make it into a movement piece. I don't know what this rod is, where it came from. It looks like something from an umbrella, but it looks a bit heavy feels a bit heavy to be an umbrella shaft. But, you know, you think all this wet weather we've had, you know, someone's lost their umbrella, it's broken up and fucked up. And that looks really, 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 really minimalist, and it's not what I want. I do think 400% is way too big for this. I was suspecting it. My intuition was telling me to float with 400 for some fucking reason. 400 is really difficult to control movement. So we're just going to move it around. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Looks a bit minimalist still, but it looks workable. Like we could get something perhaps out of it. Still going to make it maybe a bit smaller on the in size. I think 400% is 300% is still too big for this. So we're going to run it down 200%. Just going to spin it right around. I don't know how that worked. Yeah, looks a bit boring, minimalist again. Shit. Could be worked on something, but again, it looks too boring, a bit minimalist in its appearance. I do think we're going to do something different. We're going to make it into a jerk back and forth like that on the glass. See how we go with it. I'm just going to put my hand there and use the camera hand to kill off that and to just hit the start key. Give it more complexity, give the image more complexity, a bit more detail to work with. And that's come up looking a treat. Now we got what we want, pretty much, colour-wise. We've got something that's a lot more busy, which is what we're after. I still think we could do a better version. I do think we're going to just work with this, what we've just produced. So we're going to use that as our master copy and see how we go. I'm going to leave it on 100. Anyway, that's come up looking quite a good start with this, a good start. Might make it into a marbled piece. We haven't done any marbled ones today with this demo set that we've started. We haven't done any marbled pictures, so we're going to do it. This will probably be our first. Anyway, there you can see it's starting to marble, looking really interesting, these patterns that we have, and you can even see my hand in the picture there, trying to manipulate what we're doing. Wondering where we're going to use, what we're going to utilise. We're going to maybe take this section here, maybe stretch it out, make it into something really nice. So we're just going to take maybe this section here. So yeah, we're going from a boring piece of shaft or tube to something a little bit more like it's got potential now. I think 400% on the vertical is what we're going to need. I can hear something in the lounge room. I do hope it's not a cockatoo munching on my window frame, because I've had problems with cockatoos doing just that. And I don't like that sound. I don't like hearing my window frame being munched to buggery. Don't get me wrong, I love nature and I love birds, but I don't like it when they're ruining something. It's not my unit. I know it's not my unit, but I don't want bad things happening, like windows falling, panes of glass falling out because a stupid bird decided to chew it. So 100. Yeah, I don't want the window frames to get damaged or excessively damaged, because people feed the birds. That's the bottom line, folks. And I've done this wrong. I fucked it up. It looks nice, I must admit, but it's not what I'm after. I don't know why we've got this blankety blank. I think it's because I made an error with the enlargement. I did, folks. So I think it's 140, we'll just call it 143. Yeah, still looks like we've got a blankety blank. I don't know why I'm doing this wrong, size-wise. Looks good. Looks like it's got potential. I'm actually wondering if maybe I should use that. Or maybe I just have to stick with this and just enlarge it bigger. But it doesn't look like it's quite what I'm after, though. Like, it's quite what I was imagining. Fuck, it's difficult getting the enlargement right. I don't know what I did wrong, what I've been doing wrong here. Yeah, that looks better. That's a better fit. Still not happy with the overall result of this. I do think maybe I need to enlarge it more on the horizontal to get this detail here, because I like that better. I don't know why it's not working, folks. Why I'm not getting the result I was thinking I was going to get. I just got it wrong, folks. It feels like I've just fucked it up. So I'm wondering if maybe we're going to just go big time and go 300 and call it that. We're almost 14 minutes into this demo and counting. Yeah, looks interesting, but not what I'm after. I do think we've got to go back to the drawing board. I do wonder what we're doing wrong here. Why is it looking shit house, folks? Why is it not looking the way I was hoping it would be? Like, maybe if I enlarge a bit less on the vertical. Fuck me dead, folks. I don't know what the fuck I was doing wrong. I was wondering if 400% was too fucking large. So I'm just going to put it roughly back where it was, and I'm going to just review the enlargement on the vertical. The vertical is going to be less than that. So maybe we'll go back to 190 on the horizontal, and on the vertical we're going to make it a whole lot less. maybe too much less, for all I know. But it's going to be a prolongated demo. I might as well make the best of it and try to make it look really worth the time that it's taken instead of settling. And yes, I'm glad we didn't settle, because look what we have here. We have something that looks more like the gorgeous image I was envisaging. I'm just wondering if I still need to make any fine adjustments. I think that's going to be the centre of the job, for all I know. So we're going to 190, maybe we make it less than 190, or will we keep it on 190? 170 by 270. I don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to work. I'm going to have fun uploading these videos to YouTube and other social media like Facebook. Now that's too small, folks. I fucked it up, folks. I think we had it almost exactly right there, and this looks better, I think. I don't know, folks. Fuck it. It's a nuisance when things don't always go to plan. I do think 170 is too big, too small. So we're going to go back to 190, I do think. 190, and we're going to leave that on 270. So let's see how we go fixing it up. Yeah, folks, I'm missing a lost partner, and I'm trying to get these photocopier demos to go to air on the 6 o'clock news, which has proven harder than I thought. I thought I could do it. I thought the news channels would be interested in this material that I produced, but I do see that maybe I'm wrong, for all I know. I do wish I could get in touch with my partner Luigi, who I've lost through all this stupidity that I did when I was young, me not appreciating my creative talent and not utilising it. He was really impressed by my love of photocopiers, and he was into photocopiers as well. So that really hurts that we can't be together and share the passion and do some incredible things. One of the things I'd like to do most is to redesign the photocopier, make it a totally different thing to what we have nowadays. Something that lasts like 60 years instead of only 5 years, something you get spare parts and consumables for and service for 60 years instead of having to keep renewing your equipment, having to buy a new photocopier. And this machine is nearly 5 years old, and I was told by the dealer that these machines only last 5 years. So I've got to get this shit to go to air on the 6 o'clock news before the photocopier becomes too obsolete to actually use. And I'm challenging myself to get this shit done, because I have bought this photocopier on a bank loan, and I'm not rich, folks. I'm not rich. You could say I'm not quite archetypal, but I'm like the starving artist, you know. Not quite starving. I managed to just put enough food on my plate, but basically I'm not rich. So, but anyway, that's come up looking a real treat. I think we could do one more what's called a switcheroo, but that's turned out better than I thought. So I'm just going to do this because I think this version might be better. But I'm not rich, and I'm always living on a tight knife edge. I do often find it hard to pay my loan, and I do have to do it late, which means I may not be able to get credit for another photocopier. And this photocopier, it's going to take 6 years to pay it off. And if it's, if after 5 years I can't get spare parts and service, well, basically I've got a useless machine, and I won't be able to go any further with my campaign. I'll have to use public equipment, and that's really hard. So, and now that's even better. I think we can now call this demo quits.